Yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Viz with another banger video, man. Today we got the best build, jump shot, badges, sigs, everything you need for this build, you know what I mean? This build is an absolute demigod. It's a demigod for point guards. Probably the best point guard build at the moment, other than, two-way finisher. Obviously there are better builds, but for point guard, this is definitely the meta build. This build can do everything, defend, dunk, shoot. Obviously you're seeing shooting from half court, and it can play make, get the pro dribbles. It can just do anything. It can do literally anything you need. It has clamps, bro, clamps. And it's hawking the ball all the time. Does literally anything you need. If you guys want a dribble tutorial, maybe 10 likes. I doubt we'll get it, but 10 likes for a dribble tutorial. Even if we don't get 10 likes, I'll still do it. But anyway, here's the build. Alright, going straight into the build. Point guard, doesn't matter what hand. Jersey number, doesn't matter. You want to go the yellow and green pie chart, the 50-50 yellow and green. Some people go the more green than yellow or the more yellow than green. But yellow and green's the best one. Then you want to go max speed because you need that max speed for that speed boost. Now, mind you, this build only gets one finishing badge, but that doesn't matter because you just saw from the clips I'm still dunking like crazy. Now, you only need the 70 layup for the long athlete. Honestly, you don't really need that high of a layup this year. Pretty much every single layup goes in. This build does get 6 defensive badges, and it's only 6'2", which I think 6 defensive is enough. Bronze chase down is probably the best badge this year, other than sniper. Sniper is such an insanely good badge. So you want to go 188 meters or 6'2", whatever. You want to go almost the lowest weight. You just want to put it up enough so you get that 90 acceleration. Then you want to go not the lowest, but almost the lowest, just so you get that +2, +3, +2 to the three-pointer. And takeover doesn't really matter. I went sharp take because I like shooting from half court. But this build here is the same. It's the same sort of build, except this one is the same. It's the same pie chart, I think. Same pie chart. But this build doesn't get any finishing. It doesn't get any defense, but it gets sharp. It gets slasher take. So this would be a better build for 3s, and the other build would be a better build for 2s. If you know what I mean. Most people would run the meta lineup with this build, a pure lock or a green and red pie chart, lockdown at small forward, and then a glass cleaner at center. And then you just switch the glass cleaner onto the main ball handler. So you don't really need defense if you're playing 3s. But pretty much everything else is the same. You might not want to put up your lateral quickness and steal up so high, just so you can get that steal more. You want to go 6'4", I think it is. I think that's what this one is. Maybe 6'3", 80s, and then max wingspan or almost max wingspan, just so you don't miss out too much on the three-pointer. And if you do this, if you do it exactly how I've done it, you're going to get the slasher takeover. A slasher takeover, and it's still called a play shot. This is probably better than my build for 3s, but the first build was definitely better for 2s. Alright, so here are the sigs. The dribble style really doesn't matter. I'd do quick, but depending on what dribble style you have will change your speed boost, your crossover speed boost, whatever. Signature size up has to be Derrick Rose. That's the only one that's good. I used to have Kemba Walker, but then Derrick Rose was just better. Signature combos, Baron Davis. This one's just it's just hard to steal from this one because you see it goes through the legs so quickly. You can go Kyrie Irving, but it's just not as good. Signature size up escape. This one determines your crab and that step back thing. I don't know what it's called. If you choose LeBron, you get the Allen Iverson step back from 2K20. This one here is the what's it called? This one here is Trae Young. So you get a much bigger crab, but the step back isn't as good, and you also get this behind the back that was good in 2K21 and 2K20 at the start of the year, if you remember. So you get this big behind the back, which is very good, very useful. This is the one that more comp guards use. Yeah, if you're more dribble head, then I'd use the Trae Young. But if you're a slasher, I would go with the LeBron sidestep escape. So you get that big step back, which can be very, very cheesy. You also get a big boost you get a big speed boost out of doing that step back. But the only thing is, the crab is very small, not very good crab. So if you're not crabbing people, don't use this. So you get the big step back. Yeah, the behind the back isn't very good, but it's still pretty good, as you can see. You know, it's just not as good as Trae Young for the behind the back. But yeah, overall, I'd definitely recommend if you're using the 2s build that I showed you, use Trae Young. If you're playing 3s, then use the LeBron. Alright. Now moving crossover, I'd go LeBron because it's more of a smooth between the legs, and the crossover doesn't really change too much. If you don't want to use LeBron, I'd recommend Chris Paul. Behind the backs, the only good one is Damian Lillard. You get it's almost like a speed boost behind the back. It's so much better. And if you're isoing, it's just so much better. Moving spins, you want to use basic, so you get the Steezo roll, I think it's called. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, it's just such a quick behind the back. It's almost a glitch. Moving hezzies, you want to use Doncic. I don't really hezzy, so I don't use hezzies, but Doncic is the best. Otherwise, you want to use Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant's the quickest one, but Doncic gives you like the best space. Moving step back, you have to use Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is the best moving step back. There's no one else that you should use for your step back. Triple threat, doesn't matter. Yeah. Jump shots. Oh, layup. You want to use long athlete. Obviously, you need that 70 layup for long athlete. It's only 800 BC, which can be a lot, but it's very useful. 3 throw, doesn't matter what you use. I use Chris Paul. Dribble pull up. Stephen Curry is the best dribble pull up. Spin jump is pro, but this doesn't really matter. Just whatever one you want to use for this one. Yeah. Hop jumpers, you want to use Pro 2. It's the quickest one, and it's the easiest one to speed boost out of. Here's the jump shot. Base 98. Release 1 Paul George. Release 2 Kobe Bryant. 3/4 speed. 70% Paul George. 30% Kobe Bryant. Some people use base 3. Apparently base 3 is the quickest release in the game, but I use 98 because it's the easiest to time. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Alright, so badges. Blinders has to be Hoff. Hot Zone Nana has to be Hoff. Sniper has to be Hoff. Mismatch Expert has to be Hoff. Stop and Pop has to be Hoff. Green Machine can either be on bronze or silver. I wouldn't recommend putting it on Hoff. Either do bronze or silver. I feel like that's the best one. Chef works at silver as well as it works on Hoff. Clutch Shooter is a very underrated badge. I'd recommend using that. Anyway, playmaking badges. Ankle Breaker Gold. I feel like I get the same amount of ankle breakers on gold as was it Hoff? Bailout, only put that on bronze. And then Quick Chain, Quick Fist Step, Handles for Days, Hyper Drive, and Bullet Passer. Those have to be as high as you can get them. Bullet Passer is possibly the best badge in the game. It just makes your passes so much quicker, and that is so useful for guards. Unless you're one of those guys that don't pass, which is me. Chase Down Artist, you only need that on bronze. If you can get it on Hoff, then I'll put it on Hoff. Clamps, either put that on bronze or silver. Doesn't need to be higher than that. Interceptor, either put it on bronze, silver, or gold, or Hoff, anything. Pickpocket, it's just, you can leave it on silver. And then for finishing, if you only have one, put it on Lob City Finisher. That's what I have it on, just in case your big throws your lob for some reason. But any of the builds any of the badges that I'm showing could be good. Limitless Takeoff could be useful, but I don't think it's as useful as maybe Fearless Finisher or Lob City Finisher. But yeah, that's pretty much it.